This is where you want to be, right here on 2K Sports. Some great action ahead, and we're happy to have you here along with us for the ride. Along with Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg, this is Kevin Harlan. It's the Georgetown Hoyas facing Villanova.
And you know, guys, we go back many years broadcasting college games, and it never gets old. Every big-time player makes a name for themselves at the college level, and we could see that again on display here tonight.
Well, with a guy like Freak suiting up, you know that there are going to be scouts watching his every move, but you look at the roster of both of these teams, and they're really loaded with talent.
Taking a look at the Hoyas, Price is out there with Warren, then it's Trice, then there's Hudson. And it's Randolph in at the shooting guard.
Well, there have been a lot of great players out of Georgetown over the years, most of them big men, but don't forget about Allen Iverson. He might just be the most popular former Hoya of all time.
One thing with Freak that we know is he makes sure he gets his shots up no matter what. One way or another, he's going to get his workout in, and that's why so many are confident that he'll continue to improve.
Part of it is that he has a twin sister who actually taught him how to play ball. She helped him develop his game and become the player he is today. Pretty nice to have a sibling willing to help you develop your skill set on the court.
Here's Randolph following the basket by Freak. Warren dishes to Trice. Randolph against Bryant. It's stolen by Bryant. And here's the fast break. Bryant leading the way. And Freak throws it down.
And that is a major league flush right there, my friends.
And in a tight contest like this, Greg, that might be just what they need to get the tide rolling in their direction.
You're exactly right. I mean, so often when the team gets that kind of explosive play out of its backcourt, that can really rally and galvanize the whole squad.
Jumps up. Rips down the breakaway slam.
Wow. What a first half it's been thus far here for Freak. This is why so many think he'll be a star at the next level.
And you can take all the measurements and do all the data analytics you want to, but all it takes is one half of watching Freak play when he's hot like this to know. And this sort of awesome dunk is one of the reasons this team is in charge of this game right now.
Clark, there is a swagger out here on the court that they possess and are not afraid to show it either.
That's right.
I tell you what, I used to love to go up and jam like that.
Outside Bryant. Miller, the pass to Cooper. Three-pointer. Rebounded by Hudson. They've been looking out of sorts in the last few possessions.
And this is when you need to be patient. Find a high percentage shot and have some floor balance.
14 feet away. Miller with another miss.
The defense better not make a habit of giving him that shot. I mean, he doesn't miss many of them.
Trice kicks to Price. Jacks up a three, and that one's good. Price has got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball.
Yeah, poor job defensively, giving him such a clear look at the basket from three-point range.
Now here's Freak. Top of the key. Can't get it to drop. Made three. Missed two from the field.
Well, who could forget Villanova and their one college title? Come on now. It was one of the biggest Cinderella stories ever, one of the greatest upsets ever. Winning it all as an 8th seed, knocking down an outstanding Georgetown team back in '85.
Taking a look at the Hoyas, we've got Hodges. And it's Joseph in at the 5, down low. Georgetown trails by 4.
You know, so often we can forget that these players are student athletes. I mean, Freak does not have that problem. He's an amazing student off the floor and is very dedicated in the classroom.
And how about Freak with a 4.0 GPA, an honor student in high school, and has carried that same work ethic to college as well as he prepares for his games. He truly embodies what it means to be a student athlete.
And the Hoyas with some changes. And the second half of basketball is about to get underway, folks. Welcome back to this broadcast of college basketball here on 2K Sports.
Guys, we had a tight game through the first half. I think we'll see more of the same coming out of the break.
And it's just going to take one big run for one of these teams to establish control. If Freak can get hot, his team has a great chance of coming away with the victory.
Freak, he's in at point guard. Also Bryant out there. Miller is out there with Cooper. And it's Ilgauskas in at the 4. And for Georgetown, Warren is out there with Price. Then there's Hudson. And it's Trice. And it's Randolph in at the 2 guard.
Nice move and finish. I think the halftime break really gave him a second win.
Trice kicks to Warren. And he floats in for the easy 2. Credit the assist on that one.
That's the kind of aggressive and assertive play they need as we get closer and closer to crunch time.
You're right, Clark. Just continue to pound it in the paint and get those easy points inside.
And that one's good. Well, Georgetown has been such a pillar of East Coast basketball for so long. Really one of the universities on the East Coast.
Yeah, you know, that's exactly right. A really rich tradition in men's basketball for the Hoyas. And they've been a competitive presence on the college basketball landscape going back to the 70s. You know, sometimes you can see how a player can lead on the floor from the sidelines, and you see that with Freak. I mean, he's got the skills and athleticism as a point guard in addition to the leadership, too.
And, guys, people often underestimate just how important leadership is. You know, there's no stat for that. But guys like Chris Paul and Steph Curry have incredible skill, but their leadership on the floor is equally as important. Freak is a floor general in their mode. And for the Hoyas, they really are one of the defining members of their conference. Hard to think about hoops in the Washington, D.C. area without thinking about the Hoyas. The blue and gray they wear is really just iconic.
Here's Freak, and it's thrown down hard with both hands.
And, Kevin, who says a point guard should look to pass first? I mean, not when you can finish like this fella.
Well, Clark, he wasn't going to give that opportunity up to a teammate.
Well, you know, Kevin, that's one he'll always take himself, and he should. I mean, you can't pass up that kind of opportunity or fun. And, you know, the Hoyas only have one college tournament title in their history. They won it all in 1984 and then returned in 85 to the title game only to be upset by Villanova. It's got to be nice for them to know that game in and game out, his offense is going to be there for him.
Trice dishes to Randolph. And he banks in the layup. Randolph's got 6.
They're going to have to come up with a better matchup. This guy just too much speed.
It's a pick by Ilgauskas. There's Freak. An easy layup after coming off the pick.
Just a great battle these two teams are waging here today.
Boy, it sure is, and I'm getting the sense that this game could end up being decided by just 1 or 2 plays down the stretch.
Freak, he's in at the point. Also Bryant out there. Cooper is out there with Miller. And it's Ilgauskas in at the 4 slot. And Villanova going with the whole new group out there. Some changes here for Villanova. Ross is checked in for Clarkson. McAdoo comes in for Foster. And Freak subbed in for Beal. And Georgetown also making a switch. Wilson, he's checked in for Gonzalez. Here's Harkless. Villanova grabs the miss. Freak's got 3 rebounds so far in the game.
And with Freak, he takes a lot of pride in where he hails from. He didn't grow up with a silver spoon in his hand by any means, and his family cheers him on from Harlem.
And, Greg, you can see it in this game. I mean, we're all a product of where we've been, our environment, our experiences. And with Freak, he doesn't take anything for granted. Some of the very best players of all time, the projects like Freak, and he takes pride in playing for Harlem when he's on the court.
Takes the 3, and Villanova, another 3.
This is why everybody thinks Freak is the real deal. I mean, it's not that he takes over games like he has in the second half. It's that he does it to lead his team to wins. That's the big thing.
no doubt he's a winner through and through. A lot of success at the college level is talent, but what separates the good from the great is that competitive spirit, and Freak has that in spades.
Villanova making a switch here. Cooper's checked in. 1:22 left in the second half of basketball. Here's Harkless. It's deflected. Freak with it, and it's Nelson picking him up. Here's Freak. And Villanova tacks on 2 more. And an important part of every team's game, a look at the hustle stats for Villanova.
You know, block shots, guys, a clear indicator on the stat sheet of their excellent defense. I mean, leaving them no room to get off any shots.
Yeah, but also, they haven't missed a beat in terms of their fast break game. That's been equally as effective all night long.
Some changes here for Villanova. Rogowskis is checked in, and Miller's subbed in for Jones. To the wing right side. Hudson kicks to Randolph. Looking to end the run. The second chance effort. Can't get it to go. Good D by Miller.
Not pretty. You just got to shake off a miss like that.
Now here's Freak. Not a lot of room. Over lead.
Didn't take their time in wrapping this game up. They came out with a sense of urgency.
Nice ending spurt to polish it off. Once they had him on the ropes, they started throwing haymakers at him.
The whole knockout blow.
And there's the foul on the shot. He'll go to the line for 2.
I'll tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
Yeah, if you're going to foul, then make sure that you don't give a chance for the and one.
Shooting for the Wildcats, Kenny Warren. 2 shots.
And that one misses. And the second of 2 is good. That brings them within 8. Here's Freak. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
And you can sense the momentum really starting to swing their way.
Yeah, they're taking charge here. I mean, there's no question about it, Greg. And the lead, I think, is just going to continue to grow and grow from here.
Freak, you're the guy. So good screens, tight passes now. We need to give Freak a clean look. Execute, and let's put him away.
.26 seconds left in the second half of basketball. Wilson the pass to Gonzalez. Kicks it out to Wilson. Out to the right wing. Here's Felix. And out of bounds as Villanova gains possession.
Villanova ball.
Now Freak. 14 feet away. Can't get it to fall. So it's Villanova picking up the win. Even early on in this one, it seemed like they were happy to be playing at home tonight.
Well, you know, it makes a big difference. I mean, you never felt like they had any doubt that they'd come out on top.
Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching this presentation of college basketball here on 2K Sports. Hi, everyone. A pleasure to have you join us here tonight. College basketball is in the air, and we are right in the midst of all the action. I'm Kevin Harlan alongside Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. We'll see Villanova taking on the Kansas Jayhawks.
There is no feeling like a packed house on a college campus. You can just feel the electricity in the air as two major colleges go head-to-head on the hardwood.
And even though this game isn't a must-have game, it feels like a tournament game, a one-and-done type situation. Both of these programs know that a win here could be huge for them as they get ready to make a run in March.
So on the floor for Villanova, Freak, he's in at the point. Also Bryant out there. Miller is out there with Cooper. And it's Ilgauskas in at the power forward.
And the Villanova Wildcats have had a recent surge in their program over the past decade. Since about 2005, they have been a consistent presence in the tournament and also have won a few conference titles.
There's the pick. Duncan kicks to Lee. It's stolen by Bryant. And a wide open look for Freak. That's good, and it's Bryant with the assist.
And you see a lot of players who are very talented play with a me-first approach. That is not the case with Freak. He doesn't try and attract any unnecessary attention and just focuses on playing his game.
Yeah, I like that about him, Greg. I mean, in a day and age where most guys are self-centered and it's all about me, it's refreshing for a player like Freak who doesn't invite that kind of noise. I mean, that's as impressive as his skill set.
Kansas on D. It's a three-point game. Now here's Freak. Defense is right there. And he goes up strong with one hand and flushes it down.
And what a beautiful way to polish off that sequence. Just strong at attacking the rim.
That just puts a little more momentum on their side, don't you think?
Absolutely.
The defense got to tighten up now. I mean, you can't have the opposing point guard throwing down on you like that.
And so here's Kansas after Villanova picking up a basket just moments ago. There's the screen. 5 to shoot. Duncan, the pass to Terry. And the Jayhawks again can't hit. Freak with it. Duncan is there. Bryant dishes to Freak. Puts it up from 12. And he gets that one to go off the front iron. Freak's got 7.
And a really good way to start the game. He's a guy who, if he gets it going early, he's going to give you problems.
Here's Dedman. He's covered by Clarkson and out of bounds as Villanova gains possession.
That's a major mental mistake. I mean, there's no other way for me to describe it. He didn't know where he was on the court. That's a basic fundamental. You have to be alert to where you are.
There's Freak. A chance to extend the lead to double digits, but it's no good. Here is Daniels. That one's off. Still out of sync.
And Kansas always seems to be in title contention. I mean, the program does a great job of finding tough players and having a system that fits them best. Rarely are they not a title contender.
So on the floor for Villanova, Freak in a 2-guard. Clarkson is out there with Jones, and it's Beal in at the 1 spot. Here's Dedman after Villanova picking up a basket just moments ago. Gaines, no luck. And the Jayhawks do a great job in recruiting talent. All sorts of players have come through Kansas and found success.
Yeah, and you know they develop not only the stars like Paul Pierce and Andrew Wiggins, but role players too, guys that have made a living in the NBA as fitting into roles. Mario Chalmers and Nick Collison come to mind.
And the officials whistle a foul on the shot. The bucket's good. He'll go to the line. And we welcome you back to college basketball here on 2K Sports as we get ready to get going for the second half of play.
And guys, I think we may see some strategies being adjusted here as we get into the second half. Still plenty of time to cut into this lead.
Yeah, I agree with you. I mean, Freak has done a good job of getting his team in this position, and they got themselves a bit of breathing room in the first half, and all they have to do the rest of the way is manage the lead.
They've got Duncan, and it's Oubre in at the small forward position.
That's something they need to do more of. Get after it on the glass. Go get those boards.
Clark, it wouldn't hurt. Some extra possessions would definitely help narrow the gap and maybe swing the momentum.
So on the floor for Villanova, Freak, he's in at point guard. Also Bryant out there. Cooper is out there with Miller. And it's Ilgauskas in at the 4 slot. They set the screen. Off the screen, a great 1-2 punch. Beautiful pass and nasty jam.
And how about the execution on that play? The screen was set up in exactly the right spot.
And the finish wasn't too bad either.
Perfectly designed and perfectly executed.
And it's Freak missing. Well, for Villanova, they've had a lot of their graduates make waves in the NBA. You can find a Wildcat playing professional ball everywhere, it seems.
Yeah, some of the current Wildcats in the NBA. Kyle Lowry's had a terrific career thus far. Randy Foye are the big names. Dante Cunningham's another guy who's had an impact.
Kansas trails by 10. Lee kicks it to Gaines, and he drops in the layup off the glass. Gaines has got 6 points.
It really does make the game easy for your teammates when you can lead them to the rim that well with the pass.
That drops.
And he could be the guy to put this game out of reach.
Lee kicks to Oubre. Back to Lee. Loses his man off the screen and lays it up and in.
Just impressed with the teamwork out there, setting the table for one another.
5 straight baskets, Greg, resulting from assists. They're playing as one unit out there.
Freak. Rebounded by the Jayhawks. And here's Lee. The pass to Duncan. He feeds it to Terry. And he tries off the glass, but it's no good. Villanova leading by 9. There's Freak. It's good from long range. Freak's got 15.
They've been splashing home those threes since halftime.
Marked improvement in their shooting from what we saw to start the game.
Lee passes to Gaines. Back to Duncan. Jacks up a 3. The basket is good. The assist from Gaines.
Boy, such outstanding patience and decision-making for them offensively.
Absolutely. Their ball movement has been outstanding, and they're piling up the assists.
We've got Oubre, and it's Terry in at the power forward. Platoon swap here for Kansas. Feeds it to Jenkins. For 3. Shot is off. Villanova goes the other way with it. Freak with it. Takes the 13-footer. Here's Clarkson. And that one is good with the extra effort on the glass. And Villanova leads by 13. Now here's Jenkins. Good ball movement here by the Jayhawks. They set the pick. Here's Dedman. And Jones pulls it down.
You know, so many games are decided by which team wins the rebound battle. And that's held true in this one so far.
And Clark, their effort on the glass has given them the advantage, but it's also been the effort in general that's made a difference.
Out to the right wing. Foster dishes to Clarkson. Now the feed to Freak. Shot clock at 6. Moore left side from 11 feet away. Rebounded by the Jayhawks. 1:19 left here in the second half of the game. Daniels kicks to Jenkins. Out left to the wing. Here's Dedman, and he gets the bucket.
I think this is a game they have to feel good about as we wind through the final moments here in what looks to be a solid win for Villanova.
And Clark, their hard work on the glass paid off.
You know, they both are excellent rebounding teams. I thought it was a tough battle underneath both ways.
A fantastic show. And what an amazing all-around game it was for Freak. There wasn't much they could do to slow him down as he was converting every good chance he got.
They double him with Freak. There's Lee with the 3. The rebound by Ilgauskas. Here's Freak. Shot is off. And Kansas the other way now. There's 39 seconds left in the game. Here's Lee. And Jones sends it back. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Jones. So it's both teams making substitutions here.